when you look at the first half against Selma, first half, last Saturday against Selma, the first half, you guys, they were in your half pretty much throughout most of the first half, but you guys kind of kept them out of the net. They had some chances to be able to keep them out. What changed in that second half? Because they seem to find the openings a lot easier in that second half.
Yes. First half, we struggled a little bit in the first 15, 20 minutes to find our rhythm. We were missing a key player in the midfield, which is Sal Acevedo. And I think it took a while for us to hold the ball, especially in our build-up. We were kind of forced to play a bit of a long ball. The wind was heavy, but it was in our favor. We had speed on the wing, so we're trying to play direct ball, which a lot of times we weren't successful, so we just gave the ball away, allowed for our opponent to have a little bit more possession. What we did in the second half is we decided that, hey, we're going against the wind. First of all, we're going to have to keep the ball on the ground. We're going to have to hold it a little bit longer, even use our keeper on playing out of the back. So we were a lot more connected in finding each other. Unfortunately, we had some disattentions in the back that changed the game for us.
With that said, and I was asking Trent about this, the last 10, 15 minutes, y'all really started creating. You kept a lot of possession in the half. I know you're taking a lot more chances late. I mean, the game was kind of already in hand, but seeing those chances, can you carry those last 10, 15 minutes over into 5-10 on Saturday, but also B, do you carry those last 10, 15 minutes over into 5-10?
That's the idea. And I mean, we're in a position where now we have to take more risks in the attacking third. We're in must-win game situations. What we take from those last 15, 20 minutes, I think, is the players that went in those last 20 minutes and how they contributed. Players that went in contributed an assist and a goal, right? Yes, we were taking more chances and more risks, but I mean, we saw a lot of good things from those players that, we have to discuss it with our coaching staff, but it may be that they get more minutes or maybe even start.
Would be a thing where you kind of mix up the lineup a little bit to kind of get those because of the momentum that those guys have?
Well, absolutely, because like I said, we're in must-win game situations, but now we have to be a more of attacking team, take more risks because we have to win games. There's just no other way around for us. We have to win games and also depend on the results of other teams. We just put ourselves in that kind of a situation.
With that said, how deflating was the loss like Saturday? I know Selma being a top team, so I know it would be a tough match either way. But because of the situation, how deflating was it, considering especially how everything kind of unfolded in that second half?
Yeah, we felt we had a chance. We felt that we were playing good enough in the first half to make adjustments and come up with the win at home especially. And I think it was in a span of 15 minutes that we just lost control of the game. Like I said, mistakes in the back that we normally don't see from our players, and it was just, we fell apart, but we did really feel we had a chance. It was deflating because of that we really worked hard for that game. We prepared, we think, well enough, and we just didn't get it. So it's the mental toughness part of the game and letting the players know that, hey, we still have more games left. Let's carry that on over to the next game.
3 matches left. You need 3 wins to have a chance at the playoffs. Obviously, you guys kind of need some help now, but what are you looking for them boys on Saturday what are you looking forward to seeing from the boys on Saturday, considering the situation now? That
they approach the game like what it is. It's a final for us, if you will, right? We don't perform, we don't get the result, our aspirations are gone, right? So at least we want the mindset to be there, that the players leave it all on the field, because we feel that we can get the result there, but we have to be ready mentally.
These are teams that you've played already earlier in the season. I think this is the second leg, I think, for each of the teams. The sense of familiarity, does that kind of help you going into these last 3 matches?
I mean, it could help both teams, right? We study each other. We know our players, our system of play, tendencies. Yeah, it can be a positive thing, but we also got to know that they also know us. So whatever we didn't do well against them the first time, we want to make sure that we correct it.
These next 3 matches for you really are pretty much win or go home. I mean, just talk about the importance of these next 3.
We unfortunately lost control of our own destiny by dropping the last game. It was a heartbreaker. So we have to kind of play the numbers now. We need a few teams to lose, tie here and there to get lucky, and then we just have to control what we can control, win out, and we have really good chances because we've battled to ties or wins with all 3 teams that are coming up next. So we kind of have the tough part of the schedule out of the way. The guys are hungry because of those losses, and they don't realize how much they're zipping the ball lately, and I'm really excited to see how it goes. We've had a lot of fresh blood this year, and the chemistry is really coming together nicely. You can see it. Oh, we were only having chemistry until the 40th, and then it fell off. Then the 60th, then it fell off. Now we're into the 80th and 90th minute. It's all really coming together nicely.
Looking back at last Saturday, what happened? The first half, y'all really kind of kept it under control. They were really pressing in your half a lot, but second half it kind of seemed to fall apart. They really kind of got through, especially long ball going to the counter. I mean, what, from your point of view, like what happened?
We controlled the possession much more in the second half, and they were able to counter a lot better. They're used to playing on this grass that's really tough to play on, and if you can imagine a team that's just athletic and knows how to play play off of a bad ball and a little deflection here and there, they really got lucky with a few chances, the ball's falling in the right place, and they put away the first one. And what's really the heartbreaker is that when we got scored on once, we didn't necessarily bounce back fast enough, or we didn't lock in and be like, this is what we do. We do it in training, we've done it in games in the past, but it just wasn't enough.
But in the last 10 minutes, you guys were kind of playing aggressive. You had several chances on goal. I mean, the match was pretty much in hand already for them, but you guys had a chance to score a few. I mean, how do you build off just those last 10, 15 minutes going into Saturday at 5-10?
I might surprise you and say forget about them. Right? Because the point I'm trying to get across is that we are building in how long we can last by zipping it around. And when you get down a goal or two, you start to play riskier. You try to somebody gets excited because we have the ball and we're building into the attack, and they can think for half a second. The thought, you can't help it. It floods in your mind. Oh, this is the final minute, or we're coming in close, and we really need this goal.
Right.
Players get excited and they get worked up. Their heart rate raises. They don't make the best decisions, and so you can think you're playing a good ball, but your legs are also more tired. You need to be sharper towards the end. So that's why I'm saying I think we're starting to cross that final crest in the 80th, 85th, into the 90th minute. I think we're starting to play pretty well towards the end of the game, which is what I'm really excited for this weekend.
What would you say the atmosphere is like around the club, especially considering you could win all 3 matches and still miss? Because there's a lot of uncertainty.
I'm going to give it the best compliment, and it's that it feels like my hometown in St. Louis. In St. Louis, it's the oldest soccer capital we have in the United States, where professional soccer originated here. And I have a lot of love for the tradition and history of St. Louis soccer, and the fans are smart. Think of Cardinals baseball. They really even applaud the other team on a really good play. Same thing in soccer. We know the fans know soccer, and you can hear it in the background. Oh, like instead of yelling at the ref, they're more saying like, he needs to play faster. Like they have like digs, you know?
Right.
And I started to hear that in the past few weeks with the fans too, and I'm really starting to. I like that they're getting amped up. I like, in the middle of the 60th or something, to start to be like, come on guys,
right.
Like it's been a little dead. We need you to rally behind our guys a little bit, and they respond, and it's been really good, because we've had some past few months where if you don't win every game, fans start to get more sparse.
Right.
And they seem to really stick with us. They see what we're building here, and it's a really great opportunity. We just like to be a part of the local community. We have Oakley and Antioch and Brentwood. We got coaches and youth clubs that these guys are a part of, growing up, coming back and giving back to the club, and it just means so much, because I'm come from that atmosphere, and then playing in Spain where it's life. And you realize how important it is to have a generational, where you have your son and you say, I played for that club, and your kid's proud of you, and then they go and play for the club at U14, and you're like, that's freaking cool.
That idea of handing it down, so to say.
And to have that generational feel in soccer is new for the United States. It's more more what you see in Italy and Germany, and those. So it's nice to be more on par with that, to feel generationally.
Awesome.